first one we got here is our Orange Avenue Wit. It's one of our most popular beers here at the pub and in distribution. It's our take on a Belgian wit beer, and we like to say we put a California twist on it. Instead of using Belgian yeast, we use California ale yeast, and for the orange peel we use California oranges, and we use local orange blossom honey from Temecula in the brew as well, as long as with some coriander. So as you can see, it's a little bit cloudy. We poured it a while ago, the head's gone now, but it comes in about 5% alcohol. It's our refreshing everyday beer. But on the nose, you get a lot of you get a little bit of honey, but you get predominantly orange. A lot of that's from the peel and the honey as well. You get a little bit of coriander and a nice clean malt flavor. In this we got just 2-row and pale wheat for the malt. And then hops, we use a small amount of Palisade.
It's not going predominantly for the hop flavor on this one, you're going more for the...
Exactly, you want to tone down the hops. We just want to be a real crisp, refreshing beer is the goal of this one. And obviously the citrus, the orange citrus contributes to that. Coriander also has a nice citrus flavor that combines. It's a little bit more earthy though.
Right.
And the honey dries out pretty well, so it's a more of a dry beer, low on the body. And you get all that in the flavors I just had. Yeah, first thing that comes to mind is orange, but it's pretty subtle. It doesn't hit you over the top, and it's a pretty natural orange flavor. This is one of the original beers that was brewed at the brew pub 14 years ago.
Okay.
And we haven't changed the recipe much. And as you can see, it's a typical American amber. It's probably our most balanced beer that we have on tap. And there's a good amount of hops in it, but there's also a really rich malt flavor that balances just the right amount. And we use a lot of caramel malts in this one. We use caramel, C45, C77, pale chocolate, and these are we all use crisp for all the malts.
Okay.
And then it's pretty much we use solely Cascade hops on this one. And on the nose, yeah, it's a nice balance of this really sweet, rich caramel. You get some dark fruit flavors in there as well, and then you get a little bit of it's almost like Cascade on a dark beer like this has like a spiciness to it. You get the citrus too, but maybe combined with the hops, you get a little bit of a spice. Flavor matches. This beer is about 6%, so it has a little bit more body, a little bit more flavor. Not quite as refreshing as the orange, but it's a nice hearty beer that's well balanced.
A little more about the malt and the hops together.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And I would say the malt kind of plays a prominent role with the hops just coming in at the end.
Okay.
And now on to one of the in-house favorites here, the Idiot IPA. This is our San Diego IPA, as you want to call it. But it's basically, it's 8.5%. It's not super high on the alcohol, and actually the bitterness isn't that big. It's only about 80 IBUs. What we're going here for more is hop flavor, more than hit you over the head with bitterness. So heavy on the dry hopping, heavy on the late hop additions, but not so much on the early hop bitterness. So yeah, and it smells like a juicy hop cone. You get a lot of citrus, a lot of dank flavors, a lot of wet pine needle.
And using all-American hops in that one?
Yeah, all-American hops. And we use all C's on this one. We use Columbus, Centennial, Cascade, and Chinook. And for bittering, we use a little bit of Nugget, but it's basically the 4 C's in this one.
Great.
Flavor matches. As I said, it's a IPA bitterness, but it's not. It doesn't, wet the mouth. And we use brown sugar in this to dry it out a little bit more, so lower the body. And also we add the brown sugar in the beginning, hoping to get a little bit of it gives it like a little bit of cookie flavor when you let it boil for longer. So that it does a little.
You add the brown sugar to the kettle?
To the kettle, yeah, in the beginning of the boil. And you can add it at the end, and it basically just dries the beer out. But if you add it in the beginning, we think it caramelizes a little bit and gives it a little bit of a cookie flavor. So
cool.
It gives a little bit of malt flavor, but not without the body, pretty much. So.
Great. And the ABV scale on this is like 7 or 8?
It's 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah. But our regular IPA is 7, so it's just a little bit more. The bitterness is a little bit more, but we use twice the hops as our regular IPA.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Great. That's idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. Be careful.
Yeah. Right. I'm talking about the beer. Okay. Right. Thanks a lot, Sean.